Evening, everybody. This is James, one half of the McBride team from Exam Transport and FedEx Custom Critical. Just wanted to do a real short video today on the process that Tanya and I use when we set up our data logger and our TCU for a TVAL load. There's a lot of videos out here about the same subject. Everyone has a little different routine that they use to get everything in line and set up, but I think ours is fairly simple, and our intentions are that it will hopefully help someone else along their way learning a new system with FedEx. If you're coming on board new, hope this video helps you out. So we're going to flip the camera around and go through our process and show you how we do it. So this is the data logger, and I'll try to hold my camera as steady as I can to go through this process. First thing you want to do is hit menu. I toggle down and go to general settings and hit edit. And right here, if you need to change your temperature unit from Celsius to Fahrenheit, here's where you do that, because you want your ticket to be able to print out in the same temperature range that your TCU shows on the display. You want everything to correspond with each other and correspond with the temperature settings set forth by the customers. So here you just hit edit, and you can toggle left or right and change that, and then hit accept, and then toggle down your sample rate. What this is how often the data logger records the temperature. For most of the TVAL loads that we've done since we've been here, they want it recorded every 15 minutes. We have had a couple of loads that records every 30 minutes, but for the most part, most of them are every 15. So to change this, you just hit edit, and you can change that either way you need to. Hit accept. Then I always go back and double check my vehicle ID number, which is my truck number. Make sure that is showing correctly. And then your header text, which is the same thing as your pro number or your order number. You want to make sure that this corresponds with the correct load number that you're on. So when the ticket prints out, because your customer's going to want to print out at the shipper and at the receiver. So you want to make sure that all this information is correct. So to change this number, you just hit edit, and then you can toggle back and forth to what number you need to change, and then you can toggle up and down. And then for this one, you have to hit the red and green button together to accept it. And then go back to menu. Go to printer settings. The only thing I've ever had to change on the printer settings is the print time period. What this is how much time do you want to set the printer to print for. So you can change it right here by hitting edit, and you can go way back here. You can do it for 24 hours. You can do it for 12 hours. You can do it for 2 days, 3 days, 4 days. Ever how long your trip takes from start to finish, that's the time period that you want to be able to print out. And then go back to menu, and about an hour from pickup, you want to go right here, hold the yellow button in until it says journey start, print marker set. So from that point on, it will record every 15 minutes until you reach pickup. So when you get to your pickup, right before you open your doors on the box and send your open door message, the shipper is going to want a printout. So you want to go to your blue button, and you want to toggle through till it says Journey Ticket Numerical, and then just let go of it, and it's going to print out a reading. It's not going to show anything. Only a 15-minute block right here. But it's very important that all of your information matches. Your date, your time, your trip number at the very top, your unit number, and then the T1, T2, T3, and T4. That is your temperature probes in the back of the box. And right now they're showing no readings for mine because it doesn't show anything until after it's recorded the first 15 minutes, and then sign your name at the bottom before you give the ticket to the shipper. So then after we get that set up, we come over here and we turn on our TCU, which is our reefer unit, and let it power on. Right now it is set on Celsius, which is the same setting that we have our DataLogger set for, but if you do need to change that to Fahrenheit, come right here to this first button right here, and toggle through till you get to degrees. Well, let's go back and try this again. Through till you get to degrees, hit the button, and then hit the button again to lock it in, and then you've got your degrees set on Fahrenheit. So it shows you the temperature in Fahrenheit here, but like I said, you want to make sure you got your range set here and on the data logger with the same temperature range. So I'm going to set mine back to Celsius, since that's where most of our customers want, and you want to make sure that it's not showing this. You don't want that on the screen. This is continuous run. This is cycle run, which means that TCU will cycle off and on. You want to make sure that it's on continuous run, if that's what the customer recommends or requires, and most of these loads that we do are continuous run cycles. So that is the basic rundown of how we set ours up, and then whatever your set point is, right now it's set at 10 degrees Celsius. Earlier we delivered a load this morning, it was 5 degrees. So to change your set point, just toggle up or down till you get to the desired set point, and then hit equals to set the temperature, and then the TCU will adjust itself electronically and get it into the correct range. Always make sure that you verify your temperature readings on your load info. Check the additional info message when it comes across. Sometimes you may see 2 different temperature ranges between what's on the load board when you accept the load and what comes across on the C-Link. If that ever happens, always call the VRU and speak to a fleet planner or one of the dispatchers and verify your temperature readings and your set point before you go to pickup. Just makes the process run a little smoother at pickup, and doesn't tie up much more of your time. You have to be in range when you pick up, and then before you can depart that location after you get loaded, the unit has to be in range again. Most of those loads you actually have to call in and do your departure call by telephone, not by the C-Link, and they require you to be in range at that time before they will depart you to leave the location. So I hope this has been helpful, and hope makes things a little easier for someone else. And as always, folks, it's been a pleasure. It's been fun. So hope everyone has a good evening and a good weekend. And be safe in your travels. Keep the rubber down and the roof up. We'll catch you on the flip side.